Adults track their steps each day by looking at their Fitbit and are tenacious to beat their high score each day. But what can kids have to motivate a healthy living style mentally and physically? They should have the opportunity of owning a pet. Growing up with pets has numerous benefits for adolescents. Parents that give their children the valuable opportunity of owning a pet are opening many doors for their children. Growing up with pets and doing research looking through many mommy blogs, I have encountered the facts that owning a pet teaches responsibility at a young age. Children learn to have respect and empathy. They develop a better self-esteem, families are brought closer together. With pets, kids show an increase in ability to have control and better social skills. If a child grows up with a pet, they understand companionship and learn life lessons on observing something other than just themselves. I know that owning a pet is critical for a child's development mentally and physically. As children are given the task of taking care of a pet, they are not only learning about an animal, but they are developing characteristics necessary for productive behaviors as they grow up. Tests undoubtedly show that as children obtain the responsibility of taking care of an animal, their behavior and mental capacity improve, which is valuable as they get older. Not only is owning a pet remarkable, but you develop so much love and compassion for something. This feeling can wane on other aspects in a maturing child. The mental and physical maturity of your child can be greatly improved by just owning a pet. There are copious reasons that kids should have animals, and after researching why, every parent should agree so they can give their kids the best pupillage. First off, to understand my point of view, let's use the example of owning a precious newborn puppy. Raising a child to be competent and considerate of others' feelings is a difficult concept to teach, but allowing your child to raise a pet helps with developing the characteristics of love and compassion. Raising a puppy is going to give your child the emotions necessary just to describe what they are feeling and help with understanding how to relate to others. Just like people, animals are beings that have emotional and physical needs that must be met. Raising a puppy will remind your child that they need to treat things with respect and love. This is an easy reminder for a child to be taught to use these same emotions when interacting with people. In society today, it is crucial for a child to develop a strong self-esteem where they will be ridiculed and torn down. Pets look at you like you're the smartest, most important person alive. They love and respect you. They live for your attention and love. So a child that interacts with a dog is going to be a lot less likely to have self-esteem problems than a child without one. Being a part of a family is a big deal, no matter what your culture is. Following the teachings of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, making your family a priority and loving and forgiving them is a simple way to better our lives. What better way to bring a family together by owning a dog? Having a puppy means that it will need to be taken on walks, and this is a perfect opportunity for the whole family to go out and do activities together. The relationship between a pet and his owner is the best kind of relationship, as it shows the devotion that is needed. And having this relationship in a family environment is even better for a child to learn from. Being able to connect to others is crucial for human interaction, and this comes from a young age. Interacting with the puppy each day will give a child companionship as they learn to talk and respond to the puppy's needs and wants. Learning from a dog to interact with people can be easy because dogs don't discriminate by color or gender. They love everyone and want attention from everyone, so a child seeing this will understand that everyone is important. Taking care of your dog will teach a child to love and return love. The most crucial years of a person's life are their adolescent years as they are learning and growing. To be able to succeed in life, there are certain things you need to be taught as a child. Research published in Anthropozos found that older homebound adults who own dogs had better executive function. The skills you need to pay attention, remember details, and use past experience to decide how to act, than those who didn't own a pet. Responsibility is an important trait to teach a child. Caring for themselves and a family pet will be part of life someday, so learning to take care of a dog will start the learning young, by giving little tasks like feeding the dog or playing with the dog. Add kids learning how important it is to follow up on their duties when someone is relying on them. So taking care of a cute little puppy when they're young will make it a lot easier to deal with a crying baby when they're older. Teaching a child to read is also one of the most important tasks in life. Reading is everything. When I was little, I was learning to read. I would read to my dog, and she sat in my lap. Reading to someone else not only gives you the confidence to read out loud, but also helps with sounding out words when you first begin to read. Parents aren't always able to teach their child everything. That's why a little help is ideal. Going to school is good for the learning process of a child, but what about when they come home? If you have more than one child, it is hard to keep track of what each one needs to get done. If you own a dog, there can be a reward of playing with the dog after homework is done. This will teach the child that there needs to be structure at home as well as in school. Animals are magnificent. They can communicate with us without actually speaking to us. This will teach a child that they can't always get what they want. A puppy has to rely on someone else to take care of them, just like a child does. So communicating what you want in a respectful manner is important. And this comes with practice, not only for a child. A puppy must also be taught what is right and wrong. If it is not taught, then it doesn't know what is expected of it. We can't expect an animal to know what we want without teaching them, and a child learns that very quickly. As kids mature, their instincts change, just like dogs. They learn to provide for themselves. Being able to look back and be thankful for what you have is important, so don't get greedy. And once again, owning a pet will teach us this. Staying mentally and physically healthy is important to live a long, happy life. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle is a lot easier when you have motivation. Growing up in an area that is full of pollen or dust is the worst for people with allergies. According to a study by Dennis Ownby, a pediatrician and head of the Allergy Immunology Department of Medical College of Georgia in Augusta, having multiple pets actually decreases a child's risk of developing certain allergies. His research tracked a group of 474 babies from birth to about age 7. He found that the children who were exposed to 2 or more dogs or cats as babies were less than half as likely to develop common allergies as kids who had no pets in a home. Children who had animals had fewer positive skin tests to indoor allergens, like pet and dust mite allergens, and also to outdoor allergens, such as ragweed or grass. Other studies have suggested that an early exposure to pets may decrease a child's risk of developing asthma. Kids that don't play sports often lose the benefits of staying physically active. But owning a dog changes that. Studies show that pet owners walk more than an average of non-pet owners. It is a lot easier to meet that weekly physical activity range when you have a dog that needs to be running out of its energy. So not only will a child get a good workout in, but your dog will too. Each person likes to stay active in a different way. Raising a dog will teach the dog that each person is different in life, also the child. Not all dogs play the same way, just like not all humans work out the same way. Each human will find an activity that suits them best. Playing with a dog may take up time and when you have a lot going on, but it will create the idea that doing what you can is always best. Following a dog's physical training is pretty much impossible for children, as dogs mature much faster, but staying active with this puppy will teach the kid to keep trying and work harder. Every parent wants their child to thrive, and owning a pet is a good compromise that will lead to maturity over time. Children will learn the concept of looking after someone other than yourself. They develop emotional connections with the animal, which can also help build social interactions kids have at school and at home. If you're the person that sneezes at every piece of animal hair floating around or have allergic reactions, then owning a pet is a simple solution for your child to not acquire these same attributes. Growing up with animals actually helps immunize your body. When your child is around pets more often, their body stabilizes itself around its surroundings. Instead of buying allergy medicine when you go to the in-laws or drop by a friend's house, just own a pet and make your kid's life easier. Getting outside and doing some sort of physical activity is beneficial to everyone, no matter your age. If your kid is not coordinated at all and doesn't have the talent for sports, don't fret. Owning a dog could change everything. Having a pet that needs to be taken on walks or just needs to be played with can give your child the exercise they need. Overall, who can say no to a little puppy dog face looking up at you with those big sad eyes? Yes, I'm talking about the animal, not your child begging you. Even though you were bound to give in at some point, because who wouldn't want a healthier life full of fun and excitement?